BMWs are great cars in general. That is until they age. Certain parts will prematurely fail almost 100% of the time. Luckily, there are some easy fixes out there to keep your car in the best possible shape. Today I'll be covering and addressing 5 common things that will fail on various BMW models, and your car may be one of them.
So the first thing that pretty much has a 100% failure rate on these older BMWs are the inside portions of the door handles right here. As you can see, this car has the carbon fiber coverage inside, which I think is really tacky, so we're gonna get rid of that. Originally, those were replaced because the inside portions were failing. They get really gooey, sticky. It's like a plasti dip type of thing that gets all over your hands, and it's terrible. And it's a relatively cheap and easy fix. So I'll show you guys how to address it now. All right, it came with the car. I hope you didn't do this.
No, I definitely did not do that.
Seriously guys, don't just do the temporary fix and overlay a cover, in this case being a fake carbon one. Do it the right way. The handles are cheap and the install procedure is super simple.
Get my hand in there. Disconnect the rivers. Connectors here. Plastic rivets here. You have to drill them out. It's the only way to get that door handle to come loose. So you got 1, 2, and you got 2 tucked in these holes right here. There you go.
Ew.
This will so happen to your door handle over time, guys. Sick.
Oh my god, bro.
And I didn't even.
That was one grab, a light grab.
It was a light grab. Look, BMW plastic dip, guys. Bro, what is that? What was BMW thinking when they created this biodegradable, weird, melty rubber thingy? That's disgusting.
Now he needs to go wash his hands.
I gotta wash my hands now. Quick interruption, guys. I gotta show you guys something super cool from today's video sponsor, Vantrue.
If you drive a car, this E360 dash cam from Vantrue is pretty insane. I didn't realize how useful a device like this could be day to day until I put it to use, and now I feel like everyone needs one. In the kit, you get everything you need to make the dash cam super versatile. The front and rear camera, a tripod with a built-in battery, a couple of quick disconnect mounts, clips to organize wiring, and a memory card. The install couldn't be easier. Hook up the 360 cam to the front windshield, connect the power supply cable, install the rear camera, and plug in all the corresponding cables. The panoramic footage you get is pretty amazing. A full 360 image with no blind spots. The end footage is perfectly stitched together. The colors are vibrant, the image is sharp, and you can see everything. And thanks to the versatility of the E360, I popped it off the mount and went handheld mode. You can record in full-blown 360, dual fisheye, landscape, or vertical for social media content. While filming this segment, I captured things that I normally wouldn't be able to in the past. Like this chaser lighting up the tires on the road.
Can I get that on footage?
Or like my son being extra cute. The Vantrue mobile app makes things that much sweeter. You can control the camera through there, see an image preview, and change all the settings. Oh yeah, you can even snap a picture. Make sure to cop the E360 dash cam. I will leave a link down in the video's description to the product. Thanks to Vantrue for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it.
I was gonna go ahead and show us the BMW way on the passenger side door.
Stick it in the hole, and then you kind of just have to feel for it.
And you broke it!
And it's broken!
That is the BMW.
Hey bro!
Perfect.
That is.
And this is why we do it the VV way. So we'll get the correct handle. We got the slot here. Insert just like that. Then we'll go ahead and flip it over, and you'll actually see where you'll use the hardware to tighten things up. So there's 2 right there, and then there's 1 and 2 in the same hole where we drilled out the rivets. Just so I don't lose them, I'm just gonna do these now. I mean, the rest of it just kind of happens in reverse fashion, so
Hey!
all right, so the true test, guys. Gripping that nice and sturdy.
Giggity. Dang!
I will say this, I would say like 100% of you guys will need to do this eventually. So you kind of need this, because it's pretty embarrassing if you have passengers in the car, open the door and walk out with black hands. No go. All right, another common failing point on these cars. Door lock actuator. You actually have 2 of them that went bad in this car, right?
Yeah, surprisingly, I don't really know how. The driver door and the passenger door, both are bad. Hit the comfort access, still nothing.
Oh,
Key fob, nothing. Back door is unlocked.
Open. And this one is still nothing.
took
By the
a-
way, big shout outs to Mendy from OEM Garage. Those guys always come in a clutch, and they were able to provide one for the driver's side and the passenger side. These do go for like over 200 bucks, guys, like the OEM ones. Save yourself some money and go shop BMW used parts from OEM Garage. They've been a huge supporter of the channel, and they always come in a clutch with used parts at a really good price. So make sure and message them.
First, obviously you gotta remove the door card, which we already did for the door handle. This looks pretty mangled, not sure what happened here. Somebody's been in here before. We're just gonna go ahead and remove. Second step, you're gonna obviously want to have the window up. Turn the car on, put the window back. So you're gonna remove the door lock cable, or the latch cable I should say. Then I believe you remove this next, which everything is covered in dust in here.
Caca.
And then you're gonna have to disconnect this connector, which has 2 locking tabs. It actually really helps to have the new part in your hand. You have a, I think it's called a Bowden cable on the back side here that clips in here and here. I'm just gonna go in gently and remove this cable. Okay. Okay. All right, so now I think at this point we can release the 3 T30 screws. So now, I believe the final step, you have this plastic little closure here. There's a rod that goes inside of here. As you're removing that, you have to unclip the rod that goes in here, and when you put the new one in, it's basically reversed. You just gotta shove it in there and make sure it's clipped in.
To properly remove the rod from the slot, you want to remove the keyhole side of the exterior door handle. Doing this would make the uninstall for the door actuator much easier, and making it less likely to damage any of the components.
Complete.
Ish.
It works.
Wow.
Another thing is gonna probably fill on your older BMW window regulator. I know before I get in the comment section, this is probably an item you want to buy brand new, but people tend to cheap out and buy like the aftermarket ones that don't work very well, at least don't last for a long time. So at least this one is OEM and it came off a low mileage BMW. So we're gonna do this. It was also, available next day thanks to the guys at OEM Garage. So, we'll test our luck on this one. So similar to the door lock actuator, panel needs to come off.
Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna start by unplugging the motor.
Oh, you should be able to pull it down now.
Yep, here she goes.
So I guess the hardest part was there's a section of the glass that this hooks onto. So that locks into place. So with your hand, you should be able to spread it. It does make it easy if you have a second person to hold the glass up, and then they put pressure down while spreading it. And that's how you release it.
Slide this in. Oh, there we go. Alright, so you're probably supposed to remove the window all the way because I had to sneak it around the backside of the glass. So now our new regulator is actually all the way bottomed out. I'm just gonna slowly set it. You're gonna work it on. Put your nuts back on once you get all the studs lined up.
Oh, that
There
one.
it is.
That was the one right there.
Go ahead, plug this guy in. Before you test it, make sure you tighten 10 mils. I just left those loose for install of the glass. All right, guys, moment of truth.
Let's do it.
We might need to clear some codes. Possibly.
And we did get a fault for it, right, Ali?
No, it says window regulator, passenger side rear, invalid characteristics curve.
I don't know what the they talking about. That work.
Let me normalize it.
But this is where we like top down right here. Rather expensive unit, but it does a lot of stuff. We do sell more affordable units that do a lot of what this one does at a lower price point, of course. Hey, so I guess I didn't really have to plug top down because there was really nothing wrong. There's just two of the same harnesses, and we used this one, which is not for the window switch. This one's for the window switch. Check it out. Wow. All right, moving on to the next part that commonly fails on these cars. So, funny thing, in my earlier YouTube career, I made a video on this common issue, and that is the jack pads. It looks kind of decent, but look at it.
It's not very good looking.
So if you're using a jack, putting a car in a lift and stuff like that, you kind of want to have some really good jack pads so you don't have to mount directly onto the frame. That's what these are for. But check this out.
No!
I guess the correct way you would use these is you buy that adapter that goes in your jack, so it sits there instead of destroying these.
Does anybody really use those?
You know, I did it on that video that I made years ago. Hey, get the hell out of here. This doesn't look very good.
This ain't no freak, Nick, boy.
Hey, put your feet up now.
Hey! About to let one rip your way. So I did actually use the adapter in that video. I guess that's the right way to do it, but you know, can you get the fuck out of here? I know I don't look very good looking over here, but this is. I think so. I did use the adapter for the video, and I think I lost the adapter, so I never used it again. But the thought was there. There you go. We got some new ones.
Hey.
They're actually taller too.
Oh my.
There you go. So these are gonna be better. And let's see if they have the quick disconnect feature. Oh, I can see why it's loose though. What the f going on here? What is all this stuff? Did somebody try to install a jack pad on top of a jack pad? This is not supposed to look this way, like this.
What? It looks like there was a jack pad there and it got liquefied. And then
somebody put another jack pad over the existing jack pad.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh.
Yo, what is that? Oh my God, bro.
Let's put a jack pad over a jack pad. This is what it's supposed to look like. So technically we can put the old jack pad back on and it shouldn't be quick disconnect. But we're not gonna do that since we have a new one. But this one, we'll put in the spot. Let's see. It's bent. The fucking frame's bent completely. It's really hard to see, guys. This is somebody incorrectly jacked up this car at one point. The frame's another reason to always have some new jack pads installed.
Hey.
Yeah. There you go. So we're good. Moving on. Sick. It clipped into place. Successful with the two fronts. More chunks.
Oh yeah.
It's caved in, like right here, the center area. And look, you see how the metal parts?
It's a little bit corroded too. It might be starting to rot.
Like right here, you see this is why it's not locking on right here. This area, it's kind of like chipped off. Yeah, so. Anyways, I mean, I don't think it's gonna come off. It takes a little bit of force to remove it, but there you go. Hopefully your experience is a lot better than mine, guys. The last thing we're gonna address in today's video is the head unit display. You guys might have already seen how bad it is to look at and to see anything. I mean, visibility is terrible on that screen. On prior F30 328 videos, which we have on the channel, if you haven't checked it out, I'll link the playlist down in the video's description. I mean, this car was a complete mess, and we've revived a good portion of it. So there are two ways you can kind of go about this, right? You can try to go get a used display from somebody that's parting out their car, but then you might actually end up in the same scenario at some time or another. You can buy a new display from BMW, but what that's gonna happen is it's gonna cost a lot of money. A more affordable option would be to buy an aftermarket head unit. You guys been around the channel for a while. We always push Extron units. We've used them on all of our cars to get more features in OEM. And a lot of the models that we have actually look like they belong in a car. If you guys are super on a budget, then maybe hit up OEM Garage and get a used display from him. But if you want to fix the display issue and also have added functionality like some of the new cars, we have a very good solution for you guys. So we have this 12.3-inch display. Obviously, this is only really one option. We've done so many videos on head units on the channel, so you can always find those on the YouTube channel. This is a brand new model that was just released from Extron's. Better specs, better performance, has a really crisp display, and it has a totally different UI compared to their previous units. So I haven't even tried it myself, so we'll kind of be experiencing this all together at the same time for the first time. Everything else that comes with the Extron's unit is pretty much the same as the other units, and some tweezers. I'm just gonna, this is essentially to make easier, make what? Go ahead, just say it. Just say it.
Eyebrows.
Yeah, to pluck your eyebrows for our next. This video is sponsored by BB Intakes. Not made in China.
Bro.
That's good. Yes. Bro, I hear that sound. I'm doing one of these. Yo, that looks pretty dope.
Complete.
I like how that looks. It doesn't look out of place. It's a much bigger screen than the factory one.
There she goes.
There she goes. All right, so this is Extron's new UI for their new units. This is what it looks like out of the box without touching anything. With Extron screens, you can always customize a ton of stuff. Also, if you're not a big fan of the light theme, you can always switch it to dark theme, or you can put it on automatic so it can change throughout the day. So it looks like you got some shortcuts here: navigation, dashboard, car device, and of course, you know, Apple CarPlay. Well, actually, I have Android Auto. It is connected to the device wirelessly, so you don't need any cable. That works for both Apple CarPlay or Android Auto wirelessly. I've seen this feature exists on some of the prior head units. We'll click on that. Digital dashboard. Go ahead and turn on the car eye. Okay, that sounds better than the N26. DSP does come with a DSP app and DSP chip preloaded onto the unit, so you have a lot of customization when it comes to the sound of music, whatever movies you're watching on your display. One thing I did want to show you, so if you hold the menu button here on the knob, because obviously you can control the head unit with the iDrive controls, you hold down menu and boom.
Dang!
Oh!
Well, that looks crispy,
That looks crispy, right? Yeah. So you've essentially upgraded the OEM menu to HD.
Sick.
So this looks really good. Also, while you're at it, go to multimedia, go to external device, and put the car in aux mode. And just leave it there. You need that for audio for your Extron's unit. So aux mode. So depending on your configuration, you're gonna have to go into factory, password 1314. Oops. Hit enter. And you might have to play around with the car display depending on the car you have and the display you purchase from us. Same for CAN protocol. You have MBT, CSE, and a bunch of different options there. And UI configuration. ID7, you want to do an ID7 theme for your Extron's unit?
Sure, dude.
Do it.
Isn't ID7 like G chassis? That's like new.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, there you go. So that's a different UI theme. So I guess, you know, there's a lot of options. ID7 apparently looks like this.
ID8, bruh.
Let's try it.
Oh, yo.
Oh, me likey.
That shit looks pretty good.
I did the ID8, bro.
This is a G20 now.
Ooh.
LCI. This is sick, bro. I didn't know you could change it. Like, this kind of does look like the 14.9 UI.
God. All right. See you guys later.
Well, there you have it. 5 things that commonly fail on BMWs. Take care of them before it's too late. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. It really does help. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.